Real quick, Matt, you said before about you asked the question, how can God be separated if he's everywhere?
Yeah,
it was really.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I found that to be a really bad question, or at least a question with a really easy answer.
Well, I mentioned that it was a rhetorical question because of annihilation theory.
Yeah, but even that seemed to make some mistakes about the question itself.
Well, because if God is everywhere and I continue to exist, then it's impossible for me to be somewhere that God isn't.
Well, is that what separated means?
Yes, that's what
we assume.
The point is, it is impossible. It is impossible for me, if God is everywhere, it is impossible for me to continue to exist and be separated from God, which is how annihilation theory came about, because of that impossibility.
What does separated mean, though?
Not with.
Okay, now is that a spatial?
Well, we don't know.
What difference does it make?
With a lot of theistic claims and uses of words, it's all word soup because it doesn't have any grounding in reality,
well, no, I think
and we can't test it.
Separated here has a really easy.
It means
just means not being able to observe or not being able to experience God. And
how is that possible if God is everywhere?
Because you could take away your senses. There, that's one.
Yeah, that's how we get to annihilation theory. You take away my senses, I cease to exist.
Yeah, but does that mean you cease to exist, though?
Yeah, it does. I'm no longer experiencing anything if my sense is gone. What is your question? Because it seems like that you want to just piddle about semantics.
No, it's not semantics. It's a
semantics are important. I just
saying that. I think there's a lot of metaphysical problems I think there are a lot of problems with metaphysical arguments between atheists and theists, and this is one example.
Except that I don't agree that this is a problem, as I just pointed out, that under normative uses of separation, even your solution, which is, oh, God could just take away your senses, in that case, I don't exist. Sense experience is the function of existence. What does it mean to...
I don't agree with that.
Can I finish the sentence? What does it mean to exist if you don't experience anything?
To relate to stuff.
What?
I have a weird definition of existence.
I can't understand
you. Can relate... Oh, sorry. If you can relate to things, then...
Can you come up with a particular usage of the word separate under which there's no longer a problem? Of course, because you can make the word mean whatever you want. Is that use consistent with what the authors intended when they wrote this?
I personally don't know what the authors intended, but I know that people seem to have that kind of those kind of concepts of being.
Sure, and it's interesting, and we can sit here and argue about different ways to define things such that it would become a true statement, but only if we're arguing within the context of it already being true, and I care whether or not it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes a mistake that atheists make is they bend over backwards to try to make sense of the gibberish coming out of the religious believers' mouths. And
I don't think it's gibberish, though.
Well, I don't know, separation from God.
There's a pretty clear definition that they use, and you're just not seeing it.
Okay, what is the pretty clear definition that they use, and who is they? Because there's thousands of denominations. Which ones are you picking out for the very clear usage you want to say should be obvious?
Well, it's not so much that there's a clear definition that you can recite. But
name a denomination whose doctrine is consistent with your usage, and then tell me why I should give a rat's ass.
I'm saying you had the question that you had was a poor question because it was probably worded with the separation. It's not a good, and it has metaphysical ways of being answering it. That's like not that hard.
How can you tell if my question is a poor question if you didn't understand the purpose of my question?
I did understand the purpose.
Did you? Did you know that the purpose of the question was to get to a discussion about annihilation theory?
Yeah, but then I said, even with the annihilation theory, there's still a
Cool. Watch another
problem.
show.